All right, well, now I'm going to go ahead and test and see what it's like if I do the live setting with I'm kind of playing around with here. There we go. I'm going to do a live setting with the with my AirPods just to check my audio and see how this works. I'm actually going to let somebody know that I'm uh, live. This is super interesting. Live radio, live on the Elimination Friday. One of the things I want to play around with this stream is, what's it like when we reflect on the week and decide what we want to eliminate. And I did a post earlier today on LinkedIn, and I'm just going to pull it up just so I've got it in front of me. But it was all about, um, how do we simplify? How do we simplify the things? How do we simplify the things that we're working on? How do we simplify execution? So here's the post as I go back through the structure, and it's simplify. What, how, and what's next? Identify the what, our objective, clarify the how, the strategy, do the work, tactics, simplify. What do we mean by that? So, I think too many people get overly excited about the whole why. Like if you've got, Viktor Frankl said, if you have a man with any why can uh, overcome or work through, a man with a why can work through or overcome anyhow. Um, yeah, if you've got something behind you that's constantly pushing this thing, this drive, this kind of internal vigor, and I'm realizing my shadows are off just a little bit. So I'm actually going to test a couple of different things. I'm going to move the lighting a little bit on this one too. Um, you need to have that why. You need to have that drive because there's going to be some times where you're going to go through dark places, but you're not always going to be going through dark places. And this is the area where I think a lot of people kind of make the mistake of overly focusing on the why. Um, Whatever happened to the what? What's the objective? Maybe the objective is as simple as making dinner tonight so that you can hang out with the family and have a really good set of conversations with people at the dinner table. Or maybe the what is, I just want to get the first paragraph written for a blog post that I've been putting off. Or maybe the objective is, I just want to feel comfortable in my own skin. Well, how do we go through this piece? We don't really need to go through the why. It doesn't need to be overly manufactured. It doesn't need to be this drawn out thing. And if we understand the what, the objective, then we can actually go through and say, really simplify some stuff here and say, okay, well, here's how I can do that. Here's how I can make sure that we've got the right food available to us for dinner tonight. Here's how I can make sure that we get the family together at a given time. Here's how I can make sure that we create an experience that's good for everybody. How. So we need to get the food together. We need to get the people together, and we need to have some kind of a thing that we're going to do to make it a good experience. Well, then we do the work. We go get the food. We cook the food. We invite the people over. We make sure they're there. Murphy wants to come over and say hello. It's not Tactical Tuesday, but Murphy, when he hears me on recording, he thinks it's time to come over and hang out. We don't. I think too many of us get trapped in the why, and they don't move forward with clarifying that what so that they can figure out the how and then identify those next logical steps and start taking them. And I think that's one of the things that I hope that we're solving for. I aim to solve for, and I've gotten some pretty good feedback on it, but I aim to solve for with the game plan, the goal setting and execution. Uh, Notebook, of course, the coaching that we do. One of the things I shared with everybody, and something I won't ever eliminate the questions I ask. The reason I ask questions is because I am genuinely curious and learning about what people are focused on, what people are doing, what they do really well, what they want to do more of. And if I know those things, if I know what you do really well and I know what you want to do more of, then when I hear people talk about things that they're interested in either learning about, working through, or can help others with, then I can connect the dots or I can connect the people. Um, that only happens if you ask questions and then listen with a level of intention. So I won't eliminate the questions, but I am going to continue to focus on eliminating a lot of the noise that's out there. And I'm a big fan of what Jim Collins said in his foreword to The Effective Executive. He said, one of his lessons learned from Peter Drucker: stop what you would not start. Stop what you would not start. So, the question for you as you watch this or as you listen to it is, what are you doing today that, if given the choice, you'd not start again? I'd continue to do the podcast. I'd continue to operate the business. I continue to get out on the golf course as often as I can. I have a lot of fun out there. Um, yeah, those are some of the things I wouldn't, I would, I wouldn't stop. I'd definitely start again. Um, I don't know that we would have brought a dog that sheds as much as Murphy, as much joy as he brings to the house. It's insane how much hair he gets all over the place. But even then, it's a lot of fun to see him catch the frisbee and play with Grizz, and actually Grizz has gotten in better shape as a result of having Murphy around. Um, family is stressful, but I wouldn't stop that. I absolutely would start that again. So think about a couple of the things that you're doing. Just reflect on the last week. Is there anything that you did in the last week that, if given the choice, you would not start again? By eliminating, we can simplify. When we add new things, we create complexity. Hope you have an awesome kickoff to the week. This is the weekend, Friday, as we talked about last week. And let's kick off the new week with Saturday. How will you kick off the new week and stop what you would not start? Thank you.